at Humphrey's is a Kentucky Derby fundraiser. Humphrey's Restaurant, right there next to St. Louis University. Mm-hmm. It's all the money goes to the Buddy Fund, which is to raise money for youth organizations like Matthews Dickey and the Boys and Girls Club. 3 o'clock, starts at 3. Come on down, $25 a person. Should be a good time. Yeah, right. Great place to watch the Derby. I love watching the Derby. I love watching it because I think it reminds me of my youth with my grandma would be ironing, and she'd be like, oh, she'd like to watch, oh, what a beautiful horse. Oh, what a beautiful horse that is. Because I think her brothers like to play the ponies a little bit.
Really?
So you read the book, The Tender Bar, that they're now turning into a movie. And you know the scene where my uncle, Charlie, was a bit of a gambler.
Yeah.
And the phone, back in the old days where there was one phone for the whole house, the phone would ring, and my grandmother would answer the phone, and she would go. They say, "Hey, is Chaz there?" And she'd go to the back room, and she'd poke her head in, and she'd be like, "Chaz, phone for you." And he would say, "Take a message." So I don't know, be noon or something. Mm-hmm. So she would come back to the phone, and she would like, "Hi, can I take a message?" And she would say, "Okay, great, thank you very much." Hang up the phone, and then go back to Uncle Charlie's room, and then say, "Yeah, Vinny called. He wants the Mets 10 times, the Knicks 4 times, and the Yankees 10 times. Did you get that? Okay, great, thanks." My grandmother, I was running numbers for my Uncle Charlie. Yeah,
she was running numbers in between ironing.
Vinny called, and as I got older, I was like, I don't know if that's right, but whatever. So, Seattle Slew won the Kentucky Derby in 76, I want to say, right? 1976, I want to say he won it, or 77, I guess 77. So it was after that, after Seattle Slew and after Affirmed with their back-to-back Triple Crown wins. Mm-hmm. The next one was Spectacular Bid. I remember this like it was yesterday.
What year was that?
So it would have been 1979, I guess, 80. Seattle Slew was 77. So we're talking, Affirmed was 78. So Spectacular Bid was 79. Mm-hmm. So I remember this like it was yesterday. Phone rings. It's the morning of the Derby. The phone rings. Grandmother answers it, goes to the back of the room. Uncle Charlie says, "Take a message." And she comes back and she says, "Can I take a message?" And the guy says, "No, I have to talk to Chaz." So she goes back to the room and says, "Uncle Charlie, he needs to talk to you." So it's now like noon on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So Uncle Charlie and the guy weighed 112 pounds. So he put on
that little?
Oh yeah, he was tiny.
I pictured him big.
So
bigger.
He was normal size height, but he was just skinny. So he puts his robe on and he comes right, and you can see him putting his robe on and tying it, and he sits down into the chair. And he's like, "Hello," and he's like, "Who? Spectacular Bid? See you later." Click, and walks back. He's like, "McGraw, Spectacular Bid. Put all your money on it." So I was like, so I'm now
all your 50 cents.
So I'm now, I don't know so it was 79, so I'm 12, right? 11, 12. And I'm like, really? Spectacular Bid? Sure enough, 4 hours later, Spectacular Bid wins.
No.
Yes. The following year, same thing. Phone rings. Grandma goes to the back room. I can't take a message. He comes out. Genuine Risk? Got it. Click. McGraw, put all your money on Genuine Risk. 4 hours later, and down. Genuine Risk, the winner. He had an inside guy at the Derby.
Oh, my gosh.
Happened for like 2 or 3 years. And then it went sour. And then he didn't have a guy inside. And then the inside guy was on the outside. But he called it like some guy. He got some strange phone call for like 2 or 3 years that had the Derby winner.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking every time there's a Derby, every year, Uncle Charlie has to come to mind.
Oh my
fondly.
goodness. Yeah,
very
fondly. Very, very fondly. Yes. So I like the Derby for all sorts of reasons.
It's amazing though. All that build up for what? How long does the race last?
Fastest 2 minutes in sports.
2 minutes.
There you go. 7:12. We'll check traffic, weather, sports next on KTRS.
If you're overwhelmed by debt and